short distance away at Valthorn Estate, a mercenary, sometimes bandit leader, sometimes rogue, Tormagan, makes his way in the middle of the night, to the servant entrance for the Valthorn Estate. He doesn't knock. As he approaches, the door opens, and two guards wait within for him. Wordlessly, he enters. Wordlessly, they guide him up a floor to a large corridor with many adjoining rooms. There waiting for them are Lord Valthorn, Lady Selaval, and a new acquaintance of yours. Someone who really has a penchant for books. Your new acquaintance is Baron Cadastral, sorry. And this group, all known to the player characters, almost wordlessly nod to each other before Tormagan says, they're not well defended. Their home has it has an atrium that's open to the sky. Some thugs on the roof could easily gain entrance. The Lord nods. He said, and Tormagan says, I really don't feel like gaining entry is the problem. The difficulty is they're capable. I've got some respect for what they're capable of, hard-earned respect. Can I suggest just leaving it be? And Lord Valthorn interrupts and says, this is not your call to make. You are a servant, not a master in this house. You will follow instructions. But at this time, I think you're right. I don't think you've got what it takes. And he turns to Cadastral. He says, I'm going to suggest that a nighttime visitation, send your venom bats, those demonic creatures you're so proud of, see what they can accomplish. Even if you kill a few of them, it will weaken their numbers, and I suspect they'll get the message. Welcome back. This is session 6 of the Paizo SPORE WAR Actual Play for Pathfinder 2nd Edition Remastered. I'm Seneschal, and I'll be the game runner tonight. This session, we're going to conclude the third and final of the Prelude adventures that we've created as vignettes to allow the players to fill out their backstory, create the history of the group, and what brought them to level 11 for the start of the adventure path, which starts there. This is meant to be our last session before we begin the actual Spore War Adventure Path. It's an opportunity for the player characters to make new friends and make new enemies. All right. Before we get into the session, I'd like to thank our dice partners. We have Norse Foundry. They make metal, bone, and gemstone dice, and they add heft to your roll. Make an impact. The other dice sponsor is equally impressive. They're Phoenix Dice, and they make recycled dice that you can feel good about, rising from the ashes like a phoenix. They're really beautiful, and they deserve your glance. They are all of our dice partners, and others are linked in the comments below. All right. I'd also like to issue a special thanks to the tools that I use. That includes the maps and resources, Tom Cardos supplies, as well as Dungeon Draft, Roll20, Archives of Nethys, and Paizo. And I'd also like to issue a special thanks to Dungeon Scrawlers for giving me this opportunity, and thank Jason, Jason Collins is doing behind the scenes production and just endless work to make this come off successfully. So thank you. And then, last but definitely not least, I'd like to introduce our talented cast of players and ask them to each briefly introduce themselves.
Yeah, hello everybody. My name is Gwendolyn. I'll be playing Briala, the wizard punk who is starting to have her hair go black from the stress of everything happening right now. And the best place to find me if you want to talk about RPGs and things like that is on Instagram at CovenGwen. Just give me a follow there, CovenGwen. And I'm excited to talk more about RPGs. I hope you picked up something good for the free RPG day. That's very exciting. But it's the last day before school, so school is out as I'm a teacher. So get ready for a weird energy from old Gwen here. Y'all is gonna be a weirdo.
All right. Hello, I'm Par. I've been a TTRPG player / streamer for the last 6 years. I've also been a variety streamer. And today I'm playing JDR Felaval, who is a full-blooded elf monk, and he's empowered by something that no one has ever drawn power from before. Alcohol miniatures.
Hi, I'm Lex. I go by Fortiver on most of the internet, except for where I'm Lex Arts with 2 X's, like my card. I'll be playing Banda Duria, the Elfin Dromar. Nomad, ranger, and short shit on a mission. What is that mission? Don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it.
How's it my name is Skye. I go by they them pronouns, and I'm going to be playing as Varen Ilan, who is a very like waifish, very obsessive researcher, fetchling thaumaturge. Probably has missed a meal or two after going through a lot of the occult books that they ended up getting delivered to them last session. And when I'm not playing this character, I am a bartender, and I also do a little bit of voice acting as a hobby. So.
Hi, I'm Stephen Merlino. I'm a teacher and a fantasy writer and one of the founders of Dungeon Scrawlers. You might remember Sturge from the original campaign in Westgate. Now I'm playing Toad, a low charisma champion, beardless dwarf who's had some accidents over his lifetime, and he's pretty well contributed to his 8 charisma. But he's very loyal, and he's very observant, and takes his job very seriously as a servant of Kedifus, or as he would like to call it, Big K, or Catifus. He's never been much of a he never really pays attention to names and how they're said.
These are all great characters, and we've had a blast going through these preludes. I've really enjoyed it. Let's bring that to a close this evening. The player characters have had some lessons learned and some discoveries made. they've also had some brilliant ideas to try and retake the narrative with respect to what's happening in Green Gold and what their reputation is evolving to be. The player characters, of course, know nothing of this. They are suspicious of Althorn, they're suspicious of Selaval, and they're suspicious of Tormaghan. But what they don't expect in the middle of the night is a sudden flurry of noise as dozens of winged creatures disturb the peace of Greenguard Manor and start to bash into windows and doors and flutter about in the central courtyard. You would all react as soon as you were able to rouse yourself. What would be your first action?
Well,
Armor and weapons, and then the noise is specifically coming from the courtyard, correct?
It's a flurry of what sound like birds or bats, and they're mostly in the courtyard, but there's some work whipping around the windows outside the house. It seems to be disorganized, as bats would be.
are the dogs barking?
Yes, you hear the dogs begin to bark as soon as you react. Absolutely. The two elven warhounds, young but not pups, trained but not perfectly trained. You hear them lose their minds as they bark. You also hear what can only be described as the flailing about of a giant weasel.
I'm gonna dash right out. I'm gonna grab my stuff, dash right out to where.
Okay, so you have 2 doors to go through. It's going to take you a moment.
Yeah. Armor and weapons for Varen, and then going out.
So
Sorry, this might actually be here.
Toad has he's not going to be able to get his plate mail on, but he can chuck on a chain shirt. How long does that take?
It'll take a little while. So putting on armor, I haven't looked up the rules, but it doesn't matter. It'll take you a few rounds to do it. There's no way to abbreviate that.
Okay, yeah, just gonna hurry into his chain mail.
Yep. So just for the sake of things, JD would be the first one there if he's not grabbing anything. Banda even would be grabbing something. I think Briala would as well.
JP blocks.
Yeah.
Come on, I was doing this right now.
The next moment, you hear this bashing sound, this thwacking. It sounds like someone is ripping through underbrush. You see your branches of trees just battering the house. This continues for the couple of moments it takes for everyone to get outside into the courtyard. JDR's there first, and you come out into what is a courtyard littered with the bodies of bats. Not normal bats, these are large. They look demonic. They're dripping with venom. And in the middle of your courtyard, this enormous oak tree is spinning around, flailing its branches, knocking dozens of bats out of the air with every blow. The hounds are trying to get the bats that they can, and they knock out a bat or two as you're stepping out. The weasel is having an amazing time, but mostly what's causing the death and destruction is this enormous oak tree.
Nice.
JDR runs out, sees that, jaw drops, just tries to get a read.
Yeah.
Is anybody else coming?
You're way ahead of them, but as you take a read, you see the oak tree spin and a gleeful Cedric's face embedded in the oak tree as he's having the just delightful time.
The unwanted house guest. At least there's this
Thrashing back.
Oh!
Oh my
Cedric, I knew you deserved to be here.
He's like, was there any doubt? As he's like, you can imagine this giant branch filled with leaves and twigs is just slamming bats into the ground.
Never need up from me.
Everyone else comes out into the courtyard about the same time, except Toad, who's
He's still back there.
struggling with the sleeves of his chain shirt. And there's not much to do. You can attack some bats if you want to. There are bats around. But the situation seems to be well in hand.
Well, I got 3 of the arcane locks done. Still working on them.
The bats scatter almost immediately after more than half their number are dispatched. One of the dogs has been bitten. And is looking unwell.
I gotta go see that dog.
Yeah,
Antidote time. That Banda was not donning armor. Banda was grabbing weapons and
Yeah, you're out there.
stuff. So like that potion stuff specifically.
Yep, you're out there round 2, as with Varen and Briala. Toad's just a round or 2 behind you as he's putting on chainmail. Just pulling on a shirt. It doesn't take forever, but I put on chainmail. It's not any kind of fun.
I think that Varen would actually go straight back into the study to peruse the books to see if there's anything that matches the description of the bats.
Yeah, you can make a lore check.
Absolutely. So that would be academia or esoteric?
For fiends, I can't recall. We discovered it last time, but
Yeah, esoteric is occult, so that's most likely what that would be.
Yeah.
24.
Yeah. You've not heard of these in particular, but they're clearly demonic. They're clearly fiends, and they are dripping with venom. They have these large fangs, and they're just dripping like stereotypical green toxic fluid just pouring out of their fangs, even in death.
Got it. And then, so in that case, Varen would come back out and join the others and say, it might be beneficial to check on that bite wound, see if there's anything arcane or anything medical going on. I don't know exactly what these would be.
Trying to treat what was it? Treat poison. That's the skill, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the skill. Making use of antidote and the skill itself. If this thing will load any quicker.
Can I give Bandit the help action to add like a +2 or 3 to the roll?
Do you have the related skill?
Just like under the mechanics of Pathfinder. If I make the same check, and I think if I get above a 15, I can.
Yep.
But if Bandit gets a 31, we can just kind of skip that and just say that I held the dog still.
All right. So +4 on the next saving throw. So let's roll those up. Yeah, no, it's that's 1 success. Is it just the next roll? Oh, actually, that's critical success as well. Yeah. So it's just again. So you have to keep treating it while it's suffering the effects, because that only affects the next roll.
Yep. And that's pretty much what Banda's going to be doing, is focusing efforts on treating dog right now.
Oh,
Okay.
that's so cute.
Because I don't have an actual anti-venom potion prepared.
Roll the second treat poison and the third.
With assistance from Briella or anybody who just has a medicine that is trained in medicine.
Good. That's also critical success. That's not. But either way, the third roll was an 18. So the dog seems like it will make a full recovery entirely as a result of your assistance. It does not feel happy. It seems to be a sad puppy at the moment.
Oh, good job.
Honestly, the treatment's almost as bad as the nasty taste.
Yep.
What did you learn how to do that? What, you make a potion? You can make potions?
I can make a potion. I know a few alchemical tricks, and you pick a few things up when you're out in the middle of nowhere fighting snakes and other stuff.
That's handy. I can't do that.
Quick work. Sometimes it's better than magic to just know what you're doing.
Yeah.
After just a couple more rounds, Cedric resumes his natural form 1 minute after he cast plant form. And he wasn't expecting that.
They weren't either, I don't think. You like a
I
big
was
fly
kind of fun.
swatter.
Anyone else get bit?
Yeah, but it didn't do anything.
Huh.
Not okay.
I think
Cedric,
that
you
that was quite good.
Yeah, great work.
Thank you. Someone's gonna have to clean this up.
How to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get started.
How many
Uh,
castings of prestidigitation would
Just
it take?
cast prestidigitation, just like picking up a corpse with my big like wizard gloves on. Do we burn these? Why do they smell like brimstone?
They do.
Bren?
And as you start piling them up, all at once they turn into this green acrid cloud that just rises up
Dang.
into the sky.
Yeah.
I was hoping I could get some of that poison.
I can try and grab a vial, and I'll like try to grab a
Actually,
vial.
the poison does not disappear. There are
Okay,
a
good.
couple of puddles of poison on the ground. You'd have to collect it quickly, but it's there.
According to nature's, yeah.
Yeah,
Be
time
careful with
time
that.
Time to collect some stuff and to do some investigating.
Bren,
Yeah.
was any of the books that you gave our friend that stopped by? Would any of the
Nothing
books
to
have
do-
this in here?
Nothing to do with those creatures. The books that the Baron was primarily interested in were dukes, lords, all of that fun stuff. Larger stuff than this. And I don't believe any of those books contained actual summoning instructions.
This
It
is small.
contained practical use, but
Mhm.
These are small potatoes compared to the big demon lords. You probably
Yes.
had this one all by himself.
I very probably have some reference on it in my library, but I would need quite a bit of time to actually get any accurate information.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, maybe we need to move along this a little bit faster on anti-demon magic and what I can do to start preparing. Because I think Catastral might be an issue.
I believe that this is most likely our demon friends doing for sure. This is
Well, yeah, seems like.
I-
Is there anything left here? Anything invisible or anything of the sort? And I believe Varen has a feature that allows them to have an increased sense for things that are. Let me see here.
Some kind of sense for the unnatural.
Yeah, sense for unnatural things.
We don't need to dwell on that too long because you have as much time as you need to satisfy yourselves that the crisis, such as it was averted by an oversized oak, an overly excited oak tree. But yeah, you're confident that there's nothing here at the moment, and you would assume that any non-druid occupied courtyard would have been dramatically affected by so many venomous bats.
On the point of venom, how many not vials, how many
Doses.
doses?
You can get
Yeah.
one dose.
Okay.
It is it's a DC 17 poison that does
Okay.
you need to make 3 saves to end its effects. And while it persists, it does die 6 damage a round.
Okay.
And on the 4th round, it causes slow. And on the 6th round, if you haven't made any successes, it can cause death.
Okay. because the big reason I ask is Banda is going to take some time with his alchemy lab to suss that out, figure out what it does, and how to apply it safely.
Yep. So you have 1 dose of that poison. It's not the most difficult DC. You have to fail quite a few saves to be at risk of death, but for someone who's got a weak constitution, it would be dangerous. And of course, the number of bites is directly relevant.
Yeah.
If you have a swarm of bats at your command.
Briella, about how difficult would it be to establish, at the very least, rudimentary anti-demon fortifications around the manor?
Depends on what you're looking for. I can help with some of the physical means. I think what we're looking for is maybe something more that Toad can help with. The natural kind of repulsion might be someone in
Well, you look, I know I'm ugly, but that kind of repulsion, I don't think demons really care about that.
Goodness gracious, Toad. No, I'm talking about your order, right? You have clerics, they potentially we can look at like getting this place hollowed or something like that, getting protections put in place, but DM, what can I do realistically? Like, what can I do? Is it like, do I need to pour through spells and see what I could find? Or like,
This is not a place that is naturally defensible because of the courtyard.
We chose the wrong house.
You've done quite a bit to, like, the shutters on the exterior are secure, and you've done a lot to secure the doors themselves to each of the bedchambers. That work is done. But for some reason, you were gifted a place that the GM selected for you that is not naturally fortified.
That's okay. That's okay.
Well, I got an
I'm
idea.
sitting here.
I got an idea. We give a roof. We put a roof over the courtyard, and problem solved.
Roof.
It doesn't have to be
a net?
A full. It could be like a real tight, strong trellis, so light gets through.
Oh yeah.
That's nice. Maybe plant some wisteria.
We
and
can
some
do that,
and maybe get some real dangerous plant types, like some, just let them.
I got an idea. Yeah.
Strangling vines and let them crawl all over that thing. Maybe we need to get our own little air contingent, get some real nasty, some kind of eagles, real bad tempers.
Maybe not eagles, something smaller.
Oh, so yeah, maybe.
Agile.
Okay.
I can help you with the vines, but what happened?
Oh, we got an enemy. That enemy is real fond of Briella or Varen better at explaining, but they got a fancy for brimstone, maybe.
One of the barons is either in bed with or outright is a demon, and is quite interested in practical usage of fanes and the like. And
he's definitely working with, or maybe using Valthorn.
I would say he's most likely puppeting based on what he said during dinner.
I'm not friendly with Valthorn, as you may recall.
Neither are we. But GM, this is not what this ability is for. But Divine Disharmony essentially relies on pulling like an opposing divine object to like a cleric, celestial, monitor, fiend, or like other creature. And of course it's for like a temporary like debuff for them.
Yes.
Rather than that, would I be able to use that as a basis of to like try to pull for knowledge of what might, like what material or like what divine object might be able to act to repel fiends, at least a little bit?
I think that's covered by your skill. You've got a high skill bonus anyways. I think that's more than sufficient. I'm not aware of anything that will provide that you would have access to in green gold that would provide any sort of serious protection against fiends.
Got it. Understood.
Most of the spells I'm looking to use are out of my capabilities at the moment.
What would be the other way to defend against this?
Kill them all so there's no one to
Yeah.
defend against. A strong offense is
Yeah.
a good defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I think we might have to take it to them. The only problem is, do we want to go on their home turf, or do we want to wait until they make another move?
I
Why
can
not
do
go
something.
tonight?
Oh, you could give them some hell, I think.
I don't
I
think
don't-
they expected us to walk away so quick from this. Maybe
Ma-
find
ma-
out tonight.
Maybe they think we're softened up and now there's another attack coming.
Hmm.
Although those bats fled, so
Yeah.
Well,
could have been on high alert.
I don't know if this is something that would be a good idea or a bad idea, but I want to at least ask you all. I was thinking about casting Nightmare on the Queen.
What the heck? What is a nightmare?
Why?
And sending her a message through dreams about a betrayal from Lord Valthorn coming and Lady Celaval, and sending her a message via dreams because we can't get an audience with her. But you know who can get right in?
Is there
That
Is
sounds
there
like a real bad idea.
a much, someone middle of the pack, way less dangerous that you could cast a nightmare on instead of the queen of these
I-
lands?
Something maybe slightly less treasonous directly.
But if it works, because I don't think she'd be able
'cause
to
if it
figure out it's
doesn't
me, you know what I mean?
I
I
don't
if
think
it-
the problem is if it doesn't work. The problem is if it does.
It's not gonna kill her. It'll just make her a little hippie. You know what I mean? She'll
So
be a sleazy little guy. for a
you're
little
telling
bit.
me you can make a magic that gives somebody a bad dream?
Oh God, Toad, we haven't told you. Yes, I have this spell that can give people nightmares. And I have not been using it at all on any of our enemies because that
The-
would be wrong.
Has
It's
Toad not been here for the past several weeks
Can
of
we-
this?
well,
I don't know that he
Toad
would-
was not in the room when
No,
that
he
whole
wasn't.
Oh,
when
no.
the
When that whole
conversation
nightmare
happened.
thing
I
was
think we
going
all
on.
decided not
No.
to tell Toad because Toad
Yeah.
would be like, "That's really messed up."
I'm trying to find out how that could be a good. It doesn't
no,
seem like a
no.
good thing.
Look. Valthorn, Celaval, they might not be able to figure it out. But a queen? That's
Yeah.
definitely someone who's got stuff.
Like diviners. A
It
diviner
becomes a
can find
national
out.
security problem for Keonan that lots of wizards would be investigating.
Yeah.
I think that's a very quick way to make things sides really, really messy.
Hey, I just wanted to throw it out there because I can choose what the nightmares are like. It wouldn't be like a negative nightmare, right? It wouldn't be
It would
horrible.
be. It's still the
It's
effect of the
a
spell. It is.
nightmare.
Okay.
It is. If someone fails their save, it's deeply disturbing.
Okay, well, maybe that's what she needs, She's a
No,
queen.
no.
Hold
He
on.
doesn't do
let's-
anything, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
All of this is assuming that the queen doesn't
the
just
monarchy.
already have arcane protections in place.
I
in
just
the-
wanted to throw it out there as a potential, as a way to get
Thank
her
you for throwing
attention.
it out
Hey.
there.
It sounds like we're
and
just
not
gonna
just
go
doing it.
and kill
Uh-oh.
people in the middle of the night, which,
Hey.
that's good too. I would
It's
argue that's a
okay.
different kind of risk, but
It's all good. I mean, it was an interesting idea. I'm surprised you didn't start with like an advisor. I'm sure the queen has advisors. But
Doug hates me.
No.
I would never, Doug, it wouldn't work on Doug.
Doug,
Yeah,
We
the
can-
queen's advisor, Doug.
you know him personally, or
In passing, I mean, he's not that. But I think his full name is like Doug Lafour or something. It's like really, really like fancy.
would it be?
Does the name Douglafor ring any bells to Varen, GM?
Make a roll.
GM, let's do a little bit of world building. Tell me the
Yeah,
Queen's
no, we got to know.
Doug LaFleur.
Would this be society or?
Yeah, it would definitely be
okay,
society.
This is society. Varen's a +3 to society, so
Great.
14.
I mean, you haven't heard of this particular advisor. No, it must not be very public facing.
Oh, sounds like it checks out to me. I haven't really been. On
I'm
the up and
sorry,
up
everybody.
about,
The lies are just getting
royal
deeper
stuff.
and deeper here. Toad, I've been doing this spell for months towards Lord Balthorn to torture him and Lady Celaval, and I've been lying to you about it. I feel so bad about it, and I just made up Doug LaFleur. There's no Doug LaFleur. It was in a book I read once. I'm sorry,
Wow.
everybody. I understand if you want me to move out.
You know, I think we can probably forgive you for that, but I'd have to pray on that. I don't know. Is everything fair in war against an evil person? I don't know.
As long as the common people aren't put in danger.
I mean, sticking a dagger in somebody's belly is generally not considered a good thing, just taken by itself. But if the person's evil and then maybe, and deserves it, then that's different. That's called justice. So is this nightmare thing a form of justice? I don't know. I'm going to pray on that and see what Katifa says.
What'd you find out?
Cedric has thoughts on this in terms of the natural order. Things die, violence occurs. Is a nightmare perhaps friendlier than a murder? I don't know.
At this point, there's also the argument of they attacked us first. There's no shame if we were to defend ourselves.
That's true. Okay, so we're going tonight? We're gonna go.
Let's go tonight.
Let's go kill everybody. Yeah,
I mean,
this is much better.
Whoa.
Maybe not murder outright. Just stop by, say, if we say anything.
We just go. We make ourselves to look like dead apparitions, like waterlogged, like covered in bite marks and everything like that. Point a bony finger at them and say, "We know what you did." And
I can't
if that
do that.
works, then that works.
Can you do that?
We'll snap their fingers, activate the Arraignment enchantment, and suddenly, like waterlogged, like matted ropes.
Whoa.
The children were right.
How high is the edge of the roof above our on the inside of the courtyard? Like along here.
It's about 12 feet.
12 feet. Okay.
Are we currently being watched by anybody?
You're if you have any mystical way of knowing whether you're being watched, let me know.
I have a +1 circumstance bonus to perception checks against illusions. But
Right.
that's all that we would have.
Yeah, I've indicated you've satisfied
scrying?
yourselves through
No.
passage of time and careful observation that you're currently not being. There's no one here. There's nothing here, visible or otherwise, that you're concerned about.
Got it.
So Toad's gonna just walk over to this bench and he's gonna put one foot on it.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna look up at the edge of the gable.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to squat down and go woof and jump. And I'm thinking if he stands on that, now I have to roll it. Let me go ahead and roll it here. If he rolls a 1, well, if he gets a critical success, he can jump 11 feet vertically. So let's see how this goes. I think that's a critical success. It's
Literally,
exactly.
Banda's going, oh, hey.
Easily,
what we thinking,
effortlessly.
Balder?
None of you have seen Toad
Oh,
do this
shit.
before. I mean, you've seen people magically jump, perhaps. Briala, certainly whoever taught you would have had spells to that effect. But yeah,
Is
without
that why they
fanfare,
call
Toad
you
jumps on the
Toad?
roof.
And
That's not a natural 20.
he walks up here to the middle and just kind of lets his eyes adjust and looks around toward the forest mostly. Is there movement? Are there more bats in the sky?
No, it's an ordinary quiet night. There was maybe 20 seconds of a flurry of bats. Didn't even wake the neighbors. The,
I don't
the-
see nothing going on outside this place. He hops down.
there would have been some thunking of tree branches. That might have woken the odd neighbor, but you don't see anyone looking out. It's been 10 minutes since then, easily.
All right. Well, what do we do? Go back to bed? Pretend like it didn't happen? I mean, kind of didn't really. And I mean,
could fuck with him a little bit. That'd be funny.
Well, we also could pretend that it had some great effect on us, show weakness, maybe bait them into something else.
yeah, we could all start wailing in pain right now, and anybody nearby would think we were dying. But I mean, that's kind of, there's nobody out there is the problem.
Yeah.
How would we do that? How would we do that?
Realistically speaking, I think if we're going to feign injury and stuff like that, and they're capable of seeing that, they would have already heard us planning to do so as well. Which may or may not throw a wrench in there. Or a spanner, I suppose.
I just look at a random corner. I don't know. Let's ask them.
I mean, the thing is, if they did happen to be there, that would be a classy move. But unfortunately, in this instance, they weren't hiding in that particular corner or anywhere near at all.
Yeah, and we know that there's no invisible people at the very least watching us.
How do we know that?
Over time.
Oh.
According to Mr. Seneschal.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can be invisible as you like, but as long as we are thorough in our search, you're gonna get caught.
Look,
And I got a stick.
I'm going back to bed. This is.
All right.
Let me know if there's something I need to be awake for.
So we're deciding to just kind of let sleeping dogs lie.
Yeah,
Well,
Oh, no.
depends. It's up to you as to whether you let sleeping toads lie.
He's gonna take the dog in here with him. Keep him company. He's sick.
If you really want, I am very
That dog
fast.
wants nothing more than a sleep.
I could take a quick run over to I don't even know whose house and just see what's going on over there. See if I see anything.
You could go to the Baron's house, or you could go anywhere you like.
You're pretty fast. You're pretty fast, JDR.
I am.
I could cast invisibility on you right now and just kind of let you go. And 10 minutes? I mean, it would take me, 5 minutes to just get over there. But you could be there in a minute, and you have 9 minutes to do whatever you like.
I like that
Not
idea.
far.
Where do you think they came from? Valthorns or?
Gotta be. Lady Sullival's decommissioned at the moment. She's not doing so well. Hasn't been sleeping well is what I keep hearing.
All right, fine. If it
Look,
brings my companions...
Hit whoever you like. Valthorn, one of the barons.
Yeah.
You find something good, you find something good.
If it brings you all comfort, I shall take a run over and see what's happening right now.
Be careful with the barons. The barons are way bigger fish than I think we're ready to fry. Just be careful.
And maybe take one of these with you. Gives you one of those numbing tonics.
And I cast invisibility on you when you're ready to go.
Have you guys, when you were doing your research, you weren't really specific about what you were looking into Valthorn at all. That was going to be one of the downtime options, but I didn't hear anyone pounce on that. Is that something that you would have been doing?
It was wrapped into the hey, how is he doing compared to not? But
yeah, I did do a lore check for him.
Beyond the basics of hey, what does his guard rotation look like? Probably not.
I mean, the layout of the house, it would involve speaking to people who've been there at a basic level, that kind of thing. No one specifically raised that, but if I didn't resolve that as part of the lore check, that may have been on me, because it's not something that's a hidden location. These people's houses are frequented by others. So it would be, if that's what you intended, I don't want to cheat you of knowledge that you would have. You can use a society check or just gather information on diplomacy to find what you can about each of these people's estates. That's public knowledge.
Hmm.
And that would include how well guarded they are, things like that. Talking to a drunken socialite in a bar would be a diplomacy check. Society's check would be based on common knowledge. That's pretty good.
Oh.
That's pretty
Oh,
good.
all right.
All right.
Yeah, no,
Should
no.
should we also roll? Or
Yeah.
Up to you, but there's enough successes and a critical success, doubly so, that I think Varen's been attentive to the information that you need. So, JDR, you go running where first?
I'm gonna run to Valthorn's first.
All right. I'm going to pull up the Valthorn map. The Valthorn estate map, because it is the easiest place to also get information about. And I have removed all the fog of war because you're able to determine the layout of the main floor anyways. That is not the correct one. That is the... Yes, it is. Never mind. All right. And I'll put a ping at the front just in case that's helpful. Oops.
Okay.
So the interesting thing about the Valthorn Estate Mansion is that the large hall is mostly windows on the eastern side there. That may be of interest to you. That's something you're aware of. It has a beautiful garden, but all mostly glassed in, or at least half glassed in. You can't see into the closed areas elsewhere that don't display windows, but Varen has found and basically sketched out a map of the Valthorn estate during the downtime.
Okay.
I've noted there are positions of 2 guards that are always standing in that main hall. You would also know that there are, of course, guards near the front entrance, which we'll put into place as well. There you go.
Nice.
So this is what you know. You know less about the upper floor, but the main floor is frequently visited and therefore fairly easy with diplomacy and society checks that have been successful to gather information on the layout.
Wild. Should I put my token down?
Not yet. You can just describe what you're doing when you run there invisible.
So I'm I'm running over. I think I want to check on like personnel, see if anything's been alerted. And once I gauge that, I want to sort of skirt the outside and look in sort of windows, see
Okay.
what's going on.
So the front reception room has lights on inside. When you peer through the windows, no one's in there currently, but there are several pleasant lamps giving a soft glow of light there. No one's there currently. You're not able to see into the main hallway because, of course, there are no windows from there. But the large hall is brightly lit, and you can see that the shadows are playing as if people are moving around in the hall right now at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
Which hall?
So that is the main hall on the far side there.
Got it.
People are in there.
Correct.
These windows. How thick are they? Like, would I be able to just like get up against one and try to?
They're a little bit off the ground, so because the whole floor of that hall is raised to get the view. So
Gotcha.
it's about head height for you to get to the lip, but it's a solid stone on which the glass is laid. You can see the glass. It's high quality for the time and technology glass. It's not perfectly transparent, of course, but it's thick panes of glass.
All right. What is this? Is this a door?
Where are you pointing?
Sorry, right here.
I can't see what you're doing.
Southeast.
Southeast. There's a
Oh,
double
I see.
door there's a double door here, and one on the other end as well. Yes, out into the garden.
So southeast.
Can I sort of carefully try that?
Maybe put your fig down if you're actually trying doors.
Oh yeah. Right here.
Okay. Let me make sure I understand this. You're opening the door?
I don't want to open it. I want to see if it's open or it will open. I'm trying to handle.
Okay. There's no turn knob. It's just these large carved wooden handles on each of the double doors.
Oh, so it doesn't lock?
There is a lock, but it's embedded in the door.
Gotcha.
It's not a handle-based lock.
I'll try to open it.
Okay, so you're aware that people are moving around inside.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. The door opens. It's not locked. A conversation stops as the door opens. Yeah, things happen. Okay.
Does he see who's in there?
He didn't look through the windows.
Oh no, but through the door.
Yeah, he will as
Oh.
we roll initiative.
Oh dear. Oh me, oh my.
What would Brianna do?
Hey.
WWBD.
I think, you know, as long as you're quiet enough, they'll go, must have been the wind. They just close it, and you're like, I'm on the inside now.
I'm sure that's what
Can a,
happened.
can a spellcaster tell when one of their spells ends early? Is the question.
Probably.
I do not presently know that. All right. You see in the middle of the room. Let's make sure I can see what you can see. There we go. Yep. Okay. You see right in front of you. There's a guard here. Who turns alertly at the opening of the door. You see over here what looks like a noble that you do not recognize. You see over here Tormigan facing the dais. You see Lady Celaval. And you see,
Deep bags under her eyes.
she looks exhausted. But why bother trying to go to bed, she figures. You see Valthorn, and that's probably what you see at a moment's glance. And almost all of them turn to the door. Tormigan immediately draws his weapons, and the man in the center of the room says, "We have a visitor." What do you do?
I'm still invisible, right?
You are invisible to anyone who cannot see invisible.
I don't like the way you said that.
I see. And I don't recognize the one in the middle?
No. You only met Baron Catastrophe.
Gotcha.
They're both demons.
So I see this. I see what I see. I see everything. I go, okay, great. Close the door.
All right. And what next?
Close the door. I'm gonna pop myself. I'm gonna pop a alcohol miniature in my mouth. I'm gonna cast Key Rush.
Yep.
Which lets me move 2 strides, and I gain the concealed condition during this movement, even though I'm already invisible.
Yep. It matters for
Until
people who can see invisible.
Yeah, until the start of my next turn.
Yep.
And then 110. So.
Yep. You can leave the map. I just want to know where you're going.
You just got to go to the front entrance now, because you know where they all are. You just got to...
Yeah, I'm sure that'll go well. I'm not going to leave the way I came. I'm going to head over this way, wherever this is going.
Gone in 6 seconds.
Just,
the prequel.
So I guess the important part from my perspective is you do not stick around to find out what they do. You are gone. No problem. You can make yourself gone.
But you did get eyes on everybody in there.
Yep.
And
Houdini, I confirmed alliances.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just try to remember what the main guy looks like, the one in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Know the enemy.
Yep.
But I do not stick around. I fumbled.
No,
it went
you
bad.
learned something. You have the ability to escape. Fumbling would have been going in after you opened the door and they said we have a visitor. That would have been a fumble.
You have a polite conversation with them. Hey, we need you to stop.
Oh,
Hey, so we don't
got a
take too
ghost.
kindly to.
Exactly.
Hey, just so you know, I'm your neighbor. I have a note that I wrote for you. It's about the noise.
All right. So you go back, roundabout way, but nonetheless you go back and report.
Yeah, I take the roundabout way back home.
Yep. And then you report. Sorry,
Hey.
I shouldn't speak for you.
He never comes back.
Pops a ship, leaves town.
Yeah, he just uses
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
10 feet of movement and goes.
He's running on the water to get away.
I think JDR goes such a roundabout way that he actually comes. He jumps invisibly from the top of the house, the roof, and just.
Is Toad still on the roof
him.
keeping watch, or would you only have stayed up for a moment?
Since he's gone, yeah. Once he left. No, I'm sorry. He went to sleep.
Oh yeah,
He
right.
went to
Sorry,
sleep.
I forgot. You
He's
can't do
sleeping
both.
on the roof. Sleeping on the
Banda,
roof.
though, is going to be just chilling up there, waiting.
Yeah. There's
He's
no
kind of
further
hoping Tormund
assaults.
shows up, but he never shows.
And you do see JDR because it's more than 10 minutes, I would think.
Oh yeah. Actually.
You see JDR trot back up to the front door and come in.
Ooh.
Hey, how did it go?
Okay, so definitely, well, Valthorn, Felavel, Tormagan, not the Baron, but somebody else, all meeting just after that happened.
Okay.
You've
Are
seen
they-
the Baron? JDR's seen the
No,
Baron?
no.
When
This
he
isn't
was
the
here.
Baron, it's another guy, right?
It was someone dressed in noble's clothing, but not one you'd met before.
It was some noble, I've never seen him.
Okay. But you were invisible. How'd you get made?
Well, turns out somebody might have been able to see me. I don't know for sure. They
Yes.
just said, we have a guest, but
And it wasn't Catastrol?
who?
What does this guy look like?
Baron Catastrol, the guy that came to buy books.
Oh, right.
from,
Yes,
Pri-
not that one. Not that guy.
Okay.
Sorry, he came to our house. I forgot.
No, you're good. You're perfect. You're clearly under duress.
Am I?
No, I'm under duress. I gotta be honest. I'm projecting. I'm not doing so good right now. I'm sorry.
Deep breaths.
Despite Briala's willingness to interfere with others, the sleep of others, her sleep has been disrupted.
It's really not good for me.
Um,
Remember when Tree Razor learned the nightmare spell just to mess with me?
maybe there were no bats. Maybe the whole thing was a nightmare.
God.
Well, I
Well,
didn't. Not my best work. Could have gotten more out of that, but
noble we haven't seen before.
What do they look
I
like?
mean, I guess it's not hard.
can I try to describe what the noble
Yeah,
looks like?
and anyone who has knowledge society can try and identify the person from the description.
Come on, guys.
I haven't made a society roll at all, and
Whoa.
I've gotten to make 2
That'll
this
do.
session.
That's actually a critical success because
Oh,
he's
very
a
nice.
prominent local noble. You're fairly certain that's Baron Shinkarin, the other Baron who has been tied to Valthorn.
I convey that Baron Shinkarin
Someone we
Oh.
didn't see.
works with
Oh, that's not
Catastrol.
good.
Potentially also demon?
Definitely interested in the occult. Just all kinds, I believe, based on my investigations.
And if he's anything like you, probably knows a thing or two about a thing or two. Oh shit! Come on, why?
Oh,
Why?
Definitely a scholar.
Mm,
I got demons. Demons.
the thing is fiends aren't even my primary research.
Demons are your primary research?
Oh, heavens no. Or
What do you
hells
spend-
no?
Where do you spend all your time researching then? Just like occult is such an interesting word. I feel like I don't have a good
A
grasp.
little bit of everything, but I've been very interested in souls and shadow and their connection to shadow, all of that fun stuff. It's very, very interesting.
Neat.
Kind of
I
goes
wanna-
over my head, but I tried.
I'm very interested to know if fiends
Yeah.
have souls, though, and if there's anything that I can do with that. So that's
Well, are
that's
we
something
going
that I should
tomorrow?
probably
Are we going tonight? Are we gonna find out if demons have souls right now?
I mean, they're on guard now, but realistically speaking, why would we wait for them to attack us with something larger here? Well, they can just stay there, right?
Maybe we stay somewhere else tonight.
Arson.
What?
What?
well, we can always catch them at breakfast.
Arson.
If all of them are there
Arson.
at breakfast, we have no idea how long that
We
meeting
might-
is going to last.
Well, we also might not want all of them to be there.
I don't
That's
think we
very
want
true.
either of the barons there. I think
Hmm.
they back out. They're not gonna fight over a losing battle over them. If they lose them, they'd
Well, we
probably
ho-
honestly invest all in Varen, which also concerns me, but that's a different problem. You know what I mean?
I believe that Catastrophe has limited interest in me and primarily has interest in my collection or my ability to gather information. At the very least, I hope that's the case. But,
Also setting a demon baron's house on fire probably won't do anything to him.
right. There's also the idea. Valthorn is very much so most likely a puppet. So realistically speaking, if we take care of him, doesn't he just get replaced?
Yeah, but I don't think we can fight a demon. I don't think we can
That's
fight
true.
2 demons.
So we can inconvenience.
What's our play here?
I think no matter what we decide, we should probably hold watches tonight.
I think that
Yeah.
would be a good idea.
Speaking of, it's someone else's turn. I need a nap.
I was gonna stay awake anyway. I'll be reading up on morphines, I suppose. While I watch.
I didn't know you were interested in drugs.
Go to bed.
Morphines? Okay,
You
good night,
go
everyone.
to bed.
Morphines.
It took me a second. I'm
I'll
so
look at
sorry.
It took me way too long.
I look at one of the dogs. I'm like, that was pretty good, right? And just nonverbal to me.
Bad. Terrible.
Dogs always
Go to
approve.
sleep.
Dogs always
Dog,
approve.
the
Yeah.
You're a
dog
good
kind
boy.
of growls. Mm.
All right. So collect your thoughts. What do you know about your current situation?
It's bad. It's bad.
They've outright attacked you.
Yeah,
Yes.
we've got to do something. That's I think where we're at.
Do we have proof of an attack? Can we get the guard to like intervene?
I don't think so.
We've got weird venom that we scraped off the floor, but that could have come from anywhere. We don't even have bodies anymore.
Okay.
You'll recall that Serthal had said if you call the local guard, all that's going to happen is you'll end up with dead guards. If
Yeah.
what you're talking about is sending them to intervene with a noble.
Mm.
As with most things in an adventuring campaign, getting the queen involved, getting the guards involved, just gives someone else the adventure.
I very much want to go knock down his door, but we need sleep first.
Do you?
I mean, we're all perfectly rested, aren't we?
You are.
I've used a spell
Okay.
slot, but that's pretty small. Small potatoes.
I don't know. I thought it had interrupted our sleep in a
Yeah,
significant way.
but you
No?
had not been hard adventuring the day before, so
Oh, okay.
you're in no worse shape than your opponents. I'm not trying to encourage you to make a decision here. I just want to make sure that you're not
We are
thinking
aware
about
of
a
the-
disadvantage that you're not.
Okay.
Toad comes in, rubbing his eyes. I can't sleep. Just sits
I want
down
to
on the
make a few
bunch.
more things, but I don't know if we got time for that.
Oh.
Think who here is an expert in reflex saves?
Yes.
Yes.
Who's agile?
Yeah,
Yes.
who is an expert in reflex saves? So, Briella,
Master.
Banda,
Yes.
JD, or Toad. Are you an expert
No,
in reflex
no,
saves?
no.
So, I'm terribly sorry about this, but for my daily preparations for talismans, I can make 4. I'm going to make 4 Breath of Freedoms,
Need.
which needs to be affixed to armor. You activate it with a reaction, and it's the moment that you become grabbed, immobilized, or anything of the sort. And you can use a reaction to immediately attempt an escape.
Oh, that's good.
So that one of them is going to myself, one is going to Briella, one is going to JD, and one is going to Banda. So you
Okay.
have those.
Okay.
So Toad's trained. He's trained in reflex saves.
Unfortunately, it requires that you're an expert in order to use it.
Oh, you got to be better at that. Okay.
Mhm. Otherwise, I would have given it to you rather than myself.
Right.
No, that's real kind of you. But I got ways to escape. That's sort of what I do best.
Mhm. This is
So, look, I wouldn't mind going and smashing into that place, but remember, this guy's a noble. He's always going to have the law on his side, no matter what. It's just going to look like, it's not like we're sending bats back at him, untraceable bats. We'd be walking in there with our big grinning faces on. Everybody, there'd be witnesses, and we'd all just get in trouble. We can't just say, oh, yeah, but he sent some bats at us. We don't have any proof of that. So,
what's public opinion of Valthorn?
It's mixed. He tries to control public opinion, so to the extent that anyone believes what he puts out there, he's powerful. Everyone that you speak to acknowledges that he's ambitious, brutal in terms of negotiations, and you've heard some rumors we went over last time about his engagement in nefarious things. You have some proof of that in the papers you obtained, if you recall, from the.
Also learned that he has overextended himself monetarily.
Correct.
So, realistically speaking, even if we do attack Valthorn, I think that we have enough information to swing things in our favor after the fact and justify it. Even if we don't take it as a self-defense argument.
Maybe we do it tomorrow, and tonight we stay up publishing our papers, and we hit the market tomorrow with
Yeah.
every secret we have all going out.
So hit the streets with all the papers and then attack.
Valthorn broke. That'd be like a headline.
I like that.
I just
No,
yeah.
Valthorn's using your tax dollars.
Do we know any like bark or anything that could like get people riled up?
Well, you guys have established a network for your own competing gazette.
Yep.
So absolutely you can get the word out.
Yeah, I kind of want them to come at us again. I mean, if they figure out who was peeking in their door, then
and I won't
they might
be
already be
hard.
sending guards.
They know
If they saw JDR, we might not like. They could just say he broke into our place, and they could be on their way right now. I mean, they wouldn't be able to get in because of all these great arcane locks, but if they had a ladder, we're screwed.
So wait it out.
They don't know about our secret weapon, which is a big tree that comes alive and smacks.
They might know about that now.
You think those bats are smart?
I can't do that again today.
Oh, okay. I'll get my armor on. I'll sit up on the roof and watch.
Can I do a check of some kind to see, like, they saw JDR? Are we made? Do we need to go tonight? I guess is maybe Briala's question of like, is it already too late if we don't do anything tonight? Like, is the morning come and it's like JDR tried to break in? He had weapons drawn, his fists. You know what I mean? Like, they can write the narrative. Like, do we need to?
They can absolutely write the narrative if they made him. You do not know if they made him. You don't know if they made him specifically, or you don't know what was in that person's mind when they said what they said. You just got the report of what they said. But if you're making plans for a narrative tomorrow, you can bet you're not the only ones who are making a plan for tomorrow.
Oh, I'm just concerned that they could describe what you look like, JDR, and then they go, "Oh, that's JDR. That's the guy that tried to." Tarragon's like, "That's the guy that tried to beat me to death. That is currently, squatting in my pub." You know what I mean? Like,
Whoa.
If they can identify you,
it's my pub.
It is your pub. I want that to be clear. I'm saying this is their narrative, not the truth.
So we just put on a narrative first. Come on, let's get printing.
This is for kids trying to choose on the streets with no shoes on their feet. All right, everybody, newsies.
Let's get busy.
Off me there, sorry.
Well, Total sit up on the roof and in his armor and with his weapons and smoke a pipe and just kind of keep watch for the rest of the night.
All right.
Does the public know that? Sorry, does the public know that these particular barons are linked with Selaval and Valthor?
No. Maybe a few do, but in general, no.
Interesting.
We can include that in the smear campaign then. Just spend the night working on the smear campaign, add that in for flavor.
Animal, what a disgusting collection of power.
Maybe don't put it all in one gazette. Let's prepare like 3 or 4. You can release one each day. If you do it all at once, the buzz won't be sustained the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if everything is ending tomorrow, then that's that.
Let's pause for a moment.